Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to code in HTML. HTML is the building blocks of websites. Think of it as Lego blocks. To get started, I've created a little folder on my desktop called Website. It's important to keep all your files as organized as possible. In the last tutorial, you should have seen how to install Visual Studio Code. Let's open it up. To get started, we need to first open the folder that we want to work in. To do this, I can click on File, Open Folder, and then I can find the folder on my desktop. Here it is. By clicking Select Folder, it'll open up the folder here on the side, and it'll give me options such as creating folders inside that folder or new files. Let's start by creating a new file. I'll click on the New File button, and I'm going to call this file index.html. It's important that you write .html at the end because that tells your computer that you are using a website file. We call it index because websites tend to want to look for the index file first. Once I press enter, you can see it's created the HTML file. HTML is built up of what's called tags. Tags are very simple to understand. They're like speech marks. You have an open tag, which is written with 2 arrowheads, and you have a closed tag, which is written with 2 arrowheads and a / in between. All that's missing is the name of the tag, which goes in between the arrowheads. The name of the tag can be anything. It can be A, it could be P, which stands for paragraph, it could be B, which stands for bold, or it could even be DIV, which stands for divider. Whatever I put in there, I need to make sure that the opening tag is the same as the closing tag. Everything in between these 2 tags will now be bold because B stands for bold. To get started, let's create a HTML skeleton. A HTML skeleton is the backbone of a website. To get started, we're going to write this little phrase up here. Think of this as a way of telling the website that we're using HTML5. That is HTML version 5. Next, we're going to create a HTML tag because we want to tell the website that we are creating HTML code. Notice as I'm typing out the tags, this program will automatically put the end tag for you. This is what's great about Visual Studio. Next, I'm going to create a head tag inside my HTML tag. The head tag is where you store all the information of your website. For example, who created it, what the tab name is. Let's show an example by writing a title tag. Let's give my webpage a title. After the head tag, I'm going to create another tag called a body tag. These are tags used to indicate what the content of the website is. In other words, what is actually showing on your website. Why don't we run this website first before we carry on? To make sure that it's going to run properly, I'm going to click on File and I'm going to click on Save. You can also use the shortcut Ctrl+S. Once that's done, I'm going to go to my folder on my desktop, and as you can see, it comes up with a little Microsoft Edge icon because I named it index.html. Without that .html, you wouldn't load it as a website. If I double click on it, you'll see it opens up my website. How do I know this is working? Well, if you remember right, I put a title tag. A title tag will change the name of my tab. Here you can say it says foxes like I wrote. If I want to change that tag, I can go back to my code, change it to something else, make sure that I click File and Save, and then I can go back to my web page and I can click the refresh button to see the changes. There we go. Next, let's start looking at creating some content so stuff appears on our website. To do this, I'm going to put some tags inside my body tag. Let's create a header tag, or a title. Now, I'm not sure what a header tag is supposed to look like. So to find this out, I'm going to search for header tag HTML. Immediately, I get exactly what the header tag should be. I get some other ideas down here as well of what header tags could be. W3 Schools is a fantastic resource to find out loads of information about HTML tags. You can see here on the side there are loads of different tags that you can use. I'm going to use this tag over here, the H1 tag. Let's go back to our code and let's create a H1 tag, which stands for header 1. Remember, we need an opening tag, a closing tag, and then whatever we want to be a header goes in between the tags. Let's call this Fox. Again, I'm going to click on File, save it, and then I'm going to refresh my web page. There we go. We've now got the title tag in our website. You can add as many tags as you want. Let's add some more tags over here. I've now created a paragraph tag. Just above it, I'm going to create a subtitle. I'm going to use another H tag, but instead of H1, I'm going to use H3. I've now got a header tag H1 followed by a header tag H3 followed by a paragraph tag P. I click on File, Save, and I'm going to refresh my browser again. As you can see, the second header is smaller than the first one. Each tag that you use has a special property that goes with it. For example, H1 tags are automatically this size, H3 tags are automatically this size, and paragraph tags do not make the text bold. But what if I want to have the word R bold? If I go back to my code, you can do this by just inserting a B tag around the word R. You can see as I'm typing out, it'll automatically fill things in for me. Now that I've got the B tag in between R, that means that I've got a bold word inside my paragraph tag. You can put tags inside of tags, as long as you always remember to open the tag and to close the tag. Let's click File and Save again, and let's refresh the web page. As you can see, R is now bolded. Now what if I wanted to insert an image? Image tags are a little bit different. If you want to insert an image tag, you start with img, and then you'd close it with a / and a closing arrow. Image tags are a bit different in that they do not have an open and a close tag. They are all one tag. Image tags are also different because they have a special property inside them. That is src, and that is equal to something. src stands for source, and I need to tell this tag where the link to the image is. Let's get a link to an image. If I click on this tab that I had open before, and let's say I want to load this image into my website, I can get the link for this image by right-clicking it and clicking on Open Image in New tab. Once I do that, I've got the image link up here on my web address. If I copy that and I paste it in here, you can see it's quite long. I should now have the ability to load an image on my website. So again, if I go up to, let me just move it back. If I go up to File and I click on Save, and I go back to my web page, and I click on Refresh, I now have that image loaded into my website. HTML are built up of open tags and closing tags. The only thing you need to know is what each tag means. Remember, if you're not sure what tag does what, or what you need to do, W3 Schools is an excellent resource to find any tag you might want to use. For example, we've got an input tag over here, and there's the image tag over here. If you want, you can use a data tag, a canvas tag, or a button tag. Let's have a last look by clicking on the button tag over here. So we can see, to add a button in, we use an open button tag with type button, and then we use a closing button tag. Let's try it out. If I go underneath my image and I type in button, let's right click me inside it, and you can see it's automatically closed it for me. If I save my project and I go back to my web page, you'll see I now got a little button that I can click on. The great thing about websites or web coding is that it's very forgiving. For example, if I had all of my text messed up like this, it wouldn't matter. The program would still work perfectly fine. It might be difficult to read, but it will still load fine as long as everything is in the right order. Open tag, close tag, open tag, close tag, open tag, close tag, and so on. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial.